Hello everyone, welcome to Visual Arts Taylor, and it is Halloween time. So today I have a very interesting lesson which is gonna make our Halloween special. In this tutorial I will show you how to create glowing zombie eyes which you can basically try on any kind of monster type characters on the scene. So it's gonna be cool and easy, but it could be quite time consuming as well for the beginners, as we need to use motion tracking in this lesson. So if anyone is not familiar with motion tracking in After Effects, watch the steps carefully before trying it on your own. I will make a full detailed motion tracking lesson soon for the beginners. So if anyone is interested, can let me know in the comment section. Now without wasting time anymore, let's jump into it. And you guys don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Visual Arts Taylor. Okay, so first thing first, let's import the footage. Here you can see that I have downloaded a footage from pixels.com. I'm gonna put the link in the description below so that if you guys wanna download it and work with it, you guys can also do that. And now I'm gonna drag it to this icon and create a new composition. Now I'm gonna drag the time indicator to this point and press Alt square bracket close just to trim it out. And now to track this person's eyes, I will go to motion tracking workspace. It will be easy for us to create the tracker from here. And now I'll click on the track motion. Here you can see that the source is here and current tracker is tracker number 1. Track type transform, position check, go to option and be sure that the channel is luminance and the subpixel position is checked on, and adapt feature is also on. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to select stop tracking actually and press OK. Now here you can see the tracking point is created. Just move it to the eyeball. And why we selected the stop tracking here? Because as you can see that there are a lot of motion blur presents in this footage here. So at this point we will manually track the point, and now you can simply analyze it. As you guys can see, the tracking is going perfectly and it's also gonna take some time. So I'm gonna fast forward it so that you guys don't get bored actually. At this point you guys can see the tracking got stopped just because the tracker is getting error. At this point it's not taking the good sample. So from this point we have to analyze one frame forward and see the movement is huge. So we have to make it manually here. And to do this you need a very good tracking sense. I think the machine got stuck here, so be patient. And yes, See, this footage is 4K, so you guys can actually downsample it before import it to After Effects. Otherwise it's gonna stuck in the middle of the tracking. Now as you can see that the tracking is complete, I will simply create a new null object, rename it to right eye, and select edit target. As there is only one layer, so you can easily apply it. Now I will trim the null object layer as well, and see, it is done. I will do the same thing with the left eye, but before doing that, let's create a solid, create a mask on it, and let's move it and create a proper eye shape. Add a fill effect on it. Let's adjust the mask feather and mask expansion as well. And it's done. I'm gonna create a new shape, create a circular shape to add an extra layer. Add a first box blur. It's gonna be quick. Change the mode to add. You can also add some glow or whatever you prefer. But for now, for the tutorial, it's done. As the right eye is complete, we can select the footage layer and from the motion source create another tracker number 2, set it to the left eye, and you have to repeat the same thing with this tracker. I'm not gonna show it here because it's gonna make the video extremely long and boring also. So now actually the basic part is complete. Now after creating eye glow effect for both eyes, you guys can see that how it's gonna look like. Now here is the thing. At this point you can see that the character just blinked his eye, and at this point what I have done, I simply here you can see that at this point the glow is showing. So here at this frame I pressed Ctrl Shift D with selected the solid layer and simply trim it to this point, and that's it. I've done that with all the other layers, and here you guys can see that I changed the shape with the black solid and created another shape here. and attached it to the null object. And finally, I placed an adjustment layer just above the solid and created some loops for the footage. Then at the ending, I created another black solid just to create a fade out, and at this point where the zombie man tried to scratch the camera, here I created an actual scratch. This is easy. I simply downloaded a scratch texture PNG, and then I've added a solid layer and added fractal noise in it, and just change the track matte to alpha. And finally, for the image, I added a fast box blur and a linear wipe, and then I added another red solid and created a blood vignette. If you see the final output, it will look like this. And now I've created another comp. Here you can see, and I've added the first comp in it. Generally it was 4K, so I had to scale it down just to make it fit, and then added a cinemascope bar and a little bit of noise and a vignette. And for the main comp, I've added CC lens to add a slight lens distortion, and the final look is here. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the lesson. If so, don't forget to hit the like button, and if you are new to this channel, then please do subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you can get notification as soon as I upload a new content. So that's it for today. Happy Halloween. Bye bye.